Welcome back to the YesPhonics YouTube channel. I'm your host, Sean Adamson, and this is where teachers, tutors, homeschoolers, and educators everywhere come for valuable teaching information and insights. So we're back today with another daily lesson, or I guess in this case, a weekly lesson, as it were. And before we get started, I wanted to have a quick word from our sponsor, which is, it's me. I'm your sponsor today. I just highly recommend anybody who's looking to teach the phonics, 72 Orton phonograms, English as a second language, or if you're teaching specifically to your K through third graders, to go and check out our awesome, amazing, fantastic products in the description below. You can download them via the Fetch app cart or store that we have going. And you just pay through PayPal. You PayPal them, and then they'll send you the product automatically via an automatic download. And then you can get started, a little bit of do-it-yourself action, and then you can just get started teaching phonics today. So go ahead and check those out. Again, the links are all in the description below. I've got a ton of them, a ton of products on there. I've got this manual that we're going over right now, actually, a full comprehensive K through third grade English as a second language Phonics for English manual, and I've got the flashcards. I've got a phonetic bingo game. I've got a creative coloring book. And did I say I have the flashcards? I've got them in black and white version and a full color version as well. And kids absolutely love it. As you guys know, kids have a rage for learning, and so they're just kind of soaking up information and knowledge like sponges. Begin class. Teach sequences 1 through 3. Sequence 4. Teach the alphabet letter names and numerals 0 through 9. Skip this sequence if the student knows the names by sight of the lowercase letters in alphabetical order. The name of the phonogram, which is the letter, is its sound sequence and is used at all times during dictation when instructing the students. The names of the alphabet letters are needed later for discussion, dictionary and telephone use, etc. To teach the names, sequence the flashcards in alphabetical order or use a copy of the lowercase letters. So yeah, as you guys will see, we'll get to all that, and it will become much more obvious, once we get there. And obviously, like we just talked about, if your children or your students already know these, then, you maybe don't even have to do this. But it's, maybe a nice refresher just in case. So, number 5, or sequence 5, as I should say. Vowels and consonants. Lesson plan worksheets, part 1, lesson worksheet 1. Copy lesson plan worksheet, part 1, lesson worksheet 1 from Reproducible Masters. So yeah, that's basically, you're just going to flip to a certain page. As we go through this, I'll show you which page that is, and then you can just copy those bad boys. And the great part about this manual is that everything is reproducible. So if you're teaching more than one student, you can teach as many students and as many kids as you want with this one manual, a one-time purchase. So then you'll review lesson plan and worksheet directions as you teach lesson 1, worksheet 1. And then we'll review how to teach the lesson plan and how the student should complete the worksheets for both parts 1 and 2. Note that only part 1 is taught in sequence 5. Part 2 will be taught in sequence 14. So again, that jumping around. We're going to be doing a little bit of jumping around. Most of the lesson plans / worksheets are revisited more than once in spelling sections A through N, which is level 1 or K through first grade. And again in sections M through Z, levels 2 and 3, which is 2nd through 4th grade of the spelling list. So, sequence listed on lesson plans worksheets spelling word list. Come on now. Why is it doing this to me? Why won't you work? Here we go. Sweet. So the sequence that is relevant to the material being presented is listed on the lesson plans and throughout the spelling words list. The lesson plan worksheet, or LW, as we'll be referencing, is also listed in the spelling word list as a reminder to teach it at the same time. Sequence 6, spelling words sections A through B, and multi-letter phonogram. Flashcards and color handout, phonogram sheets, sh through ch. Determine the number of spelling words to be taught daily. Spread the 14 phonograms, 27 through 41, through the 26 spelling words in spelling sections A through B. 20 to 40 words are taught each week. 30 words per week are assigned to the average first grader. And, for our purposes, you guys, we may be doing the 30 words, or we might just be going easy street and just doing 15. So we'll just kind of see as we go along how it kind of works out. And you'll want to note that all learners, K through college or self-learners, complete the spelling list and worksheet to build a solid phonetic foundation. Oh man, pause, you guys. Pause. So, real quick, another weekly beverage promotion that I don't get paid for. So this is Super Coffee, and it is amazing. That's probably my problem right now, you guys, is I haven't had my coffee yet. And I might be looking a tad bit tired. I am looking a tad bit tired, you guys. Wow. So, you know what? That's lesson learned. If you don't have your coffee or your chai tea, which is normally what I do, is chai tea, you're going to look a little tired. You might feel a little tired like me as well. So get your coffee, get your tea, have a great time. What I did with this is, I'll show you the bottle. So, Super Coffee, it is amazing. There you go, got a good little view of that. It's great. It's 0 added sugar, 10 grams of protein, 200 milligrams of caffeine. So maybe a little more caffeine than than a person might want. But, for our purposes today and for my purposes, I guess really, the 200 milligrams is going to come in real handy. So, yeah, it's basically just Colombian coffee, milk protein isolate, MCT oil, which is really good fat for the brain, by the way. And it has a natural vanilla flavor, potassium phosphate, monk fruit, organic green coffee, caffeine, and gelatin gum. Also contains milk. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. 0 sugars, sweetened with monk fruit, and some MCT oil. It's amazing. And this flavor is vanilla. Absolutely incredible, you guys. I highly recommend it. And again, I don't get paid for these, but I just like to recommend, like I said before, I like to recommend awesome stuff for you guys to try out. Oh, and then what I did for this is my own little recommendation / secret, is I take some water and I put in a little bit of curry powder, a little bit of cinnamon, and a little bit of ginger. And then, I heat that water up first, and then I put those spices in. And then I mix it up really good, and then I pour that concoction in the glass, and then I pour the coffee in after. Give it a good mix, and man, it just takes this coffee to a whole nother level. It's amazing. So yeah, highly recommend it, you guys. Okay, intermission over. That's so good. That's so good. Okay, you guys. Back to business. Quit monkeying around, kids. Quit screwing around. I'm going to quit screwing around here and go through this. So, you're going to want to purchase and prepare the spelling notebooks. Yeah, you guys, if you do want to purchase a spelling notebook, which I highly recommend because it will be a treasure trove for your kid or your student later on, I've got it in the link below. But if you don't want to do that, you can just simply make a whole bunch of copies of the 3/8 inch paper that I have in this manual as well. But you're going to want to purchase and prepare the spelling notebooks. If you are unable to find 3/8 inch space spiral notebooks, make copies of the 3-line 3/8 inch writing master document and place the sheets in a loose leaf notebook. You don't have to buy my spelling notebook if you don't want to. They're going to be about the same as you would if you got one of those 3-mead spiral notebooks at the grocery store or whatever at your local Staples. So it's half dozen for the one. How does that saying go? 6 of the one, half dozen for the other. Okay, there we go. Practice dialogue for 1-syllable spelling words. Review spelling words sections directions. Review spelling words list explanations. Review spelling section A, sequence 6, and spelling section B, which is also in sequence 6. And again, all this is going to make so much more sense when we actually start going through it. Again, this is just kind of going through everything. It's this a bit of housekeeping, I guess, if you will, and giving you guys a good flavor of what this program is going to look like. So, example spelling rules integrated with spelling words, lesson plans, and worksheets. Sequence 12, spelling words section E and lesson worksheet 5. Part 1, silent final E's at time. Rule 7. As you can see, you guys, a lot of these words are going to equate to spelling rules, and we will go through the spelling rules at a certain point as well. And again, the spelling rules aren't meant to be memorized. They're kind of just meant to be internalized, if that makes sense, to where they're sort of just muscle memory. Like the student wouldn't remember what Rule 12 is, but they would know what Rule 12 is when they came along across those words, because they would have just internalized and intuited, if that makes sense, what that word means and why that rule is there, because we would have like practiced those rules so many times. So they're sort of ingrained. Does that make sense? I hope so. So, go to sequence 12, see the above information, go to spelling words list, section E, and find the above information listed again, beginning at the word time. You are to teach Rule 7, silent final E words, part 1 of lesson worksheet plan, or the lesson plan / worksheet, number 5. Go to lesson plan with worksheet that has filled in as a guide. So yeah, you guys are going to see a little guide of the worksheet, what it's going to look like to fill out one of these lesson plans. The lesson plan E has explanations of rules, markings, and other information for teaching the silent final E word. Teach or dictate, form the spelling word list. Ooh, I think that's another typo, you guys. How dare me? I missed that. I think it should be from. Teach or dictate from the spelling word list the silent final E words using their dialogues for the students to write in part 1 of their worksheets. Part 2 will be taught in sequence 22. Okay, you guys, and that's going to do it. So next week we're going to go through the sequence. Boom. And yeah, in next week's lesson, I'm going to give you an idea of what these lesson plan worksheets are going to look like and what the worksheets will look like as well. I guess kind of one and the same. To all my English as a second language educators / students out there, absolutely check out our ultimate phonics alphabet video in the description below. I think you guys will love that. So if you like and comment and subscribe, that will get these videos out to more people who might be looking for educational content like this. That's it for today's lesson, you guys. I hope this was somewhat enjoyable, and I know that some of these lessons might seem like they're a bit more housekeeping than normal, and they kind of are, I guess. But this is going to give you a really great idea of what the program is looking like. Without further ado, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this lesson, like I said, was enjoyable, that you got something from it, that you came away more knowledgeable than the last lesson, or at least with less questions, or maybe you have more questions, which in case I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Just feel free to comment below. I'll answer them. I watch the comment section like a hawk, so I'm in there being a dutiful educator, trying to answer any questions that you guys have. Until next time, my fellow educators, be well and stay classy.